just out of respect, get the proper pronunciation of your name?
Yes, of course. Angelina Teakaraanga-Katoa.
How does it feel to be named one of the co-captains of the Bulldogs?
Honestly, it's a massive honour and privilege. I was a local junior here, so playing Tasha Gale and Harvey Normans, to come back full circle and to be captain, yeah, it means a lot to me.
How does it return to come back to Belmore after spending so much of your young career here?
Honestly, it means the world. I've grown up in Inner West. To come back to the family club, I've always wanted to. Obviously, there wasn't an NRLW club before, so to be a part of the inaugural and captain, yes, it means the world.
You're one of the experienced players having spent stints at the Roosters and the Dragons. How will your experience help build this new side?
I think I still have a lot to learn, so obviously leaning on Taylor, but I want to learn. I want to use everything that I have learned in the internationals, Dragons and Roosters, and just share that with the girls.
Yeah, you mentioned your international stints. How did that kind of prepare you for the NRLW and all this with the Bulldogs?
Just being around such high quality players. Georgia Hale was the captain there, so just to be a sponge and soak everything out, pick her brains, and just to learn everything, and then to take it back to the club level and just to share that. Yeah, it's pretty good.
And your pre-season, how was that with coach coming in a little bit later than some other clubs?
Yeah, a little bit. But we worked on connection in the early starts of our pre-season, so it didn't really affect us that much. But we ripped in. The girls really bought in, and we built our values, and yeah, we're ready just to rip in.
You mentioned you've kind of lived around the area. I guess what does the Bulldogs community mean to you as a player coming to this club?
I mean, you can see how they get around the boys. So they're a family club, and the fans, they really get behind them. So we'd love to see them at round 1 against the Knights. But yeah, the fan club is everything.
You just mentioned round 1 then. It's actually a double header. So the women will play followed by the NRL. So you can imagine the droves of Bulldogs faithful that will turn up. What does it mean to you to be thinking about that round 1 match, not only running out for the first time in Bulldogs colours, but in front of a wild crowd like that?
I think it's pretty special to see the fan base, and us girls, we want to put the jersey on, and we want to really show that gritty kind of football that we know we can play, and we want to do the jersey proud.
Has there been any talk or thoughts about who the Bulldogs rivals in the competition might be? Could it be your role the Dragons?
In terms of rivals, we're still yet to build that kind of rivalry, but I definitely want to get one against the Dragons, the old team, and I know for a few Shark girls here, so we definitely want to get the dub against them too.
Just your thoughts on your first game. It's going to be at the Horse Stadium against the Knights, another team that just came in a few years ago. What are your thoughts coming up against that side?
They're definitely a strong team, but I think we just need to focus on our controllables, play our brand of footy, just that gritty football. We know they're going to turn up, so we just need to turn up for each other, effort plays, and yeah, just really get behind each other.
In the meantime, the trial match tomorrow against the Eels. What's the team feeling heading into that match?
I think we're pretty pumped. The girls are just stoked to get back out there. It's been such a long break. So long pre-season. We've been doing the work, put the work in, and we're just ready to show the club what we can do and produce. How
would you kind of describe the girls' brand in football? If I understand the style of the boards, obviously, how would you describe the style?
We want to be known as a tough, relentless team. Like once clubs play us, we want to be like, wow, that was a tough battle. So we really just want to pride ourselves on effort plays and just known as a gritty club.
And given that it's your first year, where would you like to finish, I guess?
Definitely for a premiership ring. That's the goal. That's what we're building for, and I believe we can get there on our first year.